Imagine waking up one morning and finding your entire street gone. Not just the houses, but the road, the trees, everything replaced by an empty field stretching to the horizon. This wasn't a nightmare. This was the reality that greeted the residents of a quiet cul-de-sac on the morning of October 12th, 2023. And at the heart of this inexplicable event was one missing person, Amelia Reed. The air was still, heavy with an unnatural silence, where the familiar sounds of suburban life, the distant lawnmower, the school bus rumbling by, the neighbor's dog barking, should have been. There was only the whisper of the wind through tall, dry grass. For the families who lived on Willow Creek Lane, the world had fundamentally shifted overnight. Their homes, their memories, their sense of place, all vanished as if they'd never existed. But the most unsettling part of this bizarre phenomenon was the absence of Amelia Reed's house, number 7. It wasn't just gone. There was no trace it had ever been there. No foundation, no debris, not even disturbed earth. It was as if a single thread had been pulled from the fabric of reality, leaving a gaping hole. Amelia was a 32-year-old freelance artist, described by her friends as quiet and introspective. She kept to herself, enjoyed late-night walks, and had a peculiar fascination with old folklore. Initially, the authorities suspected a targeted abduction. But how do you abduct someone without leaving a single clue? Not even tire tracks on a street that no longer existed. Days turned into weeks, and the investigation hit a wall. That's when a local historian, researching Old Town records, stumbled upon something chilling. Willow Creek Lane wasn't on any maps prior to 1978. It was as if the entire street, and everyone on it, had spontaneously materialized. And even more disturbingly, Amelia Reed's name appeared in a local legend dating back to the early 1900s, a tale of a woman who vanished from a field under a full moon, leaving behind nothing but an eerie silence. The historian's discovery sent a shiver down the spines of the investigators. Could this be more than just a missing person case? Could there be a connection to this century-old legend? They started digging deeper into Amelia's life, hoping to find a rational explanation. Her apartment, located a few towns over, was meticulously organized, almost sterile. But tucked away in a locked drawer, they found a worn leather-bound journal. Its pages were filled with strange symbols, cryptic drawings of celestial events, and recurring references to the lunar cycle. The last entry, dated the night before the street vanished, simply read, "The convergence is near. The veil thins. I will finally return home." Return home? Where was Amelia's real home? And what did she mean by convergence and veil? The journal led them to an abandoned farmhouse on the outskirts of town, a place rumored to be the epicenter of the old vanishing legend. The farmhouse was dilapidated and overgrown, but inside, they found a hidden basement. The air was cold and damp, and the walls were covered in the same bizarre symbols from Amelia's journal. In the center of the room was a circle of smooth, gray stones arranged in an intricate pattern. And that's when they noticed it, a faint, almost imperceptible shimmer in the air above the stone circle, like heat rising from asphalt on a summer day. Could this be connected to the disappearance of Willow Creek Lane? Was Amelia somehow involved in this impossible event? As the investigators cautiously approached the shimmering anomaly, one of them noticed something etched into the floor beside the stone circle. It was a single word, written in what looked like dried blood. Topic. The same word that had appeared in countless online forums and forgotten corners of the internet, whispered among those who claimed to have experienced similar, unexplainable disappearances, fleeting moments where reality seemed to glitch, where familiar places vanished for a blink of an eye. Was Amelia's disappearance a more widespread phenomenon than anyone had imagined? And what was the significance of this cryptic word? Topic. The mystery of Amelia Reed and the vanished street remains unsolved. Was it a collective delusion, an elaborate hoax, or something far more unsettling? Some believe Amelia somehow tapped into an unknown force, a ripple in the fabric of space-time that caused her street, and possibly herself, to slip out of our reality. Others speculate that topic is a key, a hidden trigger for these reality shifts, perhaps tied to specific locations or times. What do you think happened to Amelia Reed and Willow Creek Lane? Could this be an isolated incident? Or is there something lurking just beyond our perception? waiting for the next convergence. Look closely at the places you know. Are you absolutely certain they've always been there?